Hello my dear students, welcome back to Learn Physics. In today's video, we are starting a new session, that is projectile motion. So already we learned about the projectile motion in the previous theory portions and all. Maybe you will be thorough with the theory part over there. Then also here as an introductory part, we will start what is projectile motion. Usually when we are considering the one-dimensional motion, I'll consider the different ways of presenting the one-dimensional motion. See, I am taking a ball and dropping it down. When the movement of the ball is downwards, initial velocity is 0, acceleration is plus g, right? As the distance decreases, according to that, velocity will be increasing. Velocity is increasing as the time passes by. That is, velocity is increasing with respect to time. Therefore, acceleration will be positive. Now, if I am throwing an object from upward, from a particular height h, and throwing an object downwards, what will happen? Then velocity is equal to maximum velocity. The initial velocity will be velocity will be there v, and it will be having an acceleration downward direction, right? Acceleration also there. Now next we are considering an object moving in the, I am throwing an object in the upward direction. When I am throwing an object in the upward direction, what will happen? Initial velocity will be there and acceleration is acting in the downward direction, minus g. It is downward directional acceleration. Earth is attracting the object downwards, so it's moving against the force of attraction, so acceleration is negative. Or we can say, as the time passes by, what is happening? Velocity is coming to 0. That is, velocity is decreasing with respect to time. So acceleration and velocity. So acceleration is a vector quantity, velocity also a vector quantity. So what is the in upward direction, acceleration is minus g. So what will be the angle between velocity and acceleration? Angle will be equal to 180 degree, because acceleration is acting downward direction, but the velocity is in the upward, it's moving in the upward direction. Object is moving in the upward direction. So theta is 180 degree. But in these two cases, when we are considering, theta will be equal to 0. Right? So in between 0 and 180 degree also, there will be some motions. If we are throwing an object with an angle, particular angle theta, with respect to the horizontal or with respect to the vertical, if I am throwing an object with particular one angle, then and that object is moving under the effect of gravity alone, then we can say it is projectile motion. So in projectile motion, different ways we can consider. See, I am throwing an object in a particular velocity, with a particular velocity, and the movement of the object is like this. It's parabolic path. Path of a projectile is a parabola. So here it's making an angle theta. So each and every point we can find out the velocity. It's moving at with an initial velocity u. So to find out that velocity will be acting in through the tangent of the path, right? So that vector we can divide it into, if u is like that u can be divided it into its two components. That is, this is theta, therefore it is u cos theta, and it's u sin theta. So here it is u cos theta, and here it is u sin theta. Okay, clear? So like that, different points we can find out the different components of velocity. So velocity is changing continuously. And when we are coming to the maximum height, this is the maximum height point, there velocity is acting in this direction only. There is no y component, only x component is present if it is an xy plane. If we are considering this as an xy plane, here only x component is present, y component is absent over there, right? When we are considering the motion like this, so here also two components are here. It's the horizontal component will be acting in the downward direction. So here at this point also the velocity will be acting like this. This is the component vectors. And another point is, see, we will be at a particular height h. I am throwing an object from here. So it will be moving in this direction. So it's moving in the upward direction first and then it's coming down to the ground. That is another kind of projectile motion. Or next one, see, I can throw the object like this. So from a height h, I am throwing an object like this. So what will happen? After that the particle will come to rest position. Then another type, if we are in an inclined plane and from here I am throwing an object in the upward direction. So what will happen? Here also one theta will be there and this will be making an angle theta, or I can consider this as alpha. Usually we will be considering with respect to horizontal as theta, right? So same way only we will follow. So this is alpha, and so the surface itself is having a this inclination, inclined plane. And or the movement can be in the opposite direction. That means from if in an inclined plane, if I am considering an inclined plane and from here the object is coming downward direction. Okay, so the velocity will be acting in this direction. So like this, different kinds of motions are there. But in all these cases, acceleration will be, the object will be traveling under the effect of gravity alone. Right? So it is under uniform acceleration. Since it is under uniform acceleration, we can apply the equations of motion. That is v equals u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square. All those equations we can substitute. So how will we solving such kind of problems? First method of solving the projectile motion questions. How will we solving those equations? So the problems was, instead of explaining the theory portion, we will go directly to the problems. While we are solving the problems, I will explain you how to do that. A particle is projected with the velocity of 50 meter per second. So initial velocity is 50 meter per second at 37 degree with the horizontal. So with respect to the horizontal, the angle is 37 degree. Find the velocity and displacement and coordinates of the particle with respect to the starting point after 2 seconds. Okay, there itself it's given. You can take g as 10 meter per second square, sin 37 is given as 0.6 and cos 37 as 0.8. Okay, this much is given. So a initial velocity is given and it is projected with respect to the horizontal at an angle 37 degree with respect to the horizontal. We need to find out the velocity after 2 seconds, displacement after 2 seconds. So since it's a projectile motion, it is moving under constant acceleration. Therefore, we can apply equations of motion. So when we are applying equation of motion, v is equal to u plus at. But this is not an one-dimensional equation. Two-dimensional problem, because it's projectile motion, we should consider 2 dimensions. So here if I am considering its x-axis as y-axis, my projectile motion is like this. It's making an angle with respect to the horizontal, it's making an angle 37 degree. So this is the initial velocity. That initial velocity we can divide it into its components. So the first component will be u cos 37 and this is u sin 37. Or we can write down u as u cos 37 along x-axis. If it is moving along x-axis, we can write it as it's I cap. Then u sin 37. U sin 37, it's moving along y-axis. So it is j cap. U cos 37 I cap plus u sin 37 j cap. This is in a plane how we will be representing the velocity. Now, what about the acceleration? Acceleration is constant. We already told we can take it as 10 meter per second. But in which direction acceleration will be acting? Acceleration is acting in the downward direction, right? So, A equals downward direction means it's along the y-axis. y-axis is j cap. Since it is downward direction, we will consider it as minus. Therefore, acceleration vector we can write it as minus 10 j cap. Clear? Now we can substitute for this one. V equals u plus at, u cos 37 I cap plus u sin 37 j cap and minus 10 j cap. We can take it together, u sin 37 minus 10 j cap. So here we need to consider 2a into t also. So minus 10 into 2 is minus 20. So here we need to write down minus 20. So what is u? 50 cos 37 is 0.8 I cap plus 50 sin 37 is 0.6 minus 20 j cap. Therefore, here it is 40i. Therefore, V will be equal to 40 I cap. Here it is 30 minus 20 is 10 plus 10 j cap. This much will be the velocity vector. Now we need to find out the displacement. How can we find out the displacement? S equals ut plus half at square. Therefore, u is 50, not 50. We need to write down the whole thing. That is 50 cos 37 I cap plus 50 sin 37 j cap into 2 plus half into minus a is 10j minus 10j into 2 square. Okay, 1 2 will get cancelled. So here we will be getting it as 100 into cos 37 is 0.8 I cap plus 50 into sin 37 is 0.6 into 2 j cap minus 20 j cap. Right? So here it is 80 I cap. Here it is 30. 30 into 2 is 60. 60 minus 20 is 40. 40 j cap. So what are the components of displacement? 80 meters and 40 meters. 80 meter along x-axis and 40 meter along y-axis. This is the method to solve the one method to solve the projectile motion questions. Okay, clear? Next question is, a particle is projected with velocity u at angle theta with horizontal. Find the time when the velocity vector is perpendicular to the initial velocity vector. So here the condition, first initially they told about the projectile motion only. Initial velocity is u, angle is theta. But we need to find out the time when the velocity vector is perpendicular to the initial velocity vector. That means velocity vector when the velocity vector will be perpendicular to the initial velocity vector. Here this is the projectile motion. So its initial velocity is here. It's like that. So if I am considering another vector, so this is the velocity vector. If while I am considering another vector, that vector, when this vector will be perpendicular to this, at what time it will be reaching to this point. So this is the final velocity I can consider. This is the initial velocity. So at this point, if this angle is 90 degree, at what time this position, this condition will be achieving. That means we can say V dot perpendicular, two vectors, if it is perpendicular, its dot product will be equal to 0. Therefore, V dot u equals 0. Right? Then we can write it as V equals u plus at. So vector u, a also vector, dot u equals 0. So we can write it as, while multiplying u dot u square plus a sin, or instead of writing in that way, we can write u as u cos theta I cap plus u sin theta j cap. That one in the previous problem we did, right? If it is initial velocity vector is like this and which is making an angle theta, here it will be u cos theta and here it will be u sin theta. Therefore, we can write it as u cos theta I cap plus u sin theta j cap minus 10 j t dot again u is u cos theta I cap plus u sin theta j cap. That should be equal to 0. So, I dot I is 1, therefore, we will be getting u square cos square theta and here it is u sin theta j cap dot u sin theta j, that is u square sin square theta minus 10 u sin theta into t, right? That should be equal to 0. From here we need to find out t. Here u square is common, cos square theta plus sin square theta equals 1. Therefore, u square minus 10u sin theta into t equals 0. Therefore, we can write it as u minus 10 sin theta into t equals 0. Therefore, t we will be getting it as t equals u by 10 sin theta. What is this 10? We converted g as 10, right? Otherwise, you can write down g also if it is not, if we are not considering it as 9.8. Or you can write it as u cosec theta divided by 10, or instead of 10, you can write it as g also. This one you learn it as a condition. If at what time both the initial velocity vector will be perpendicular to the velocity vector. Okay, that will be, we can find out using u cosec theta divided by g as the formula. Okay, that one as a formula you can by heart and keep. It will be easy. Okay, so this is one of the methods to solve the projectile motion questions. So projectile motion, it's a two-dimensional motion. When we are considering, we should consider two components. Here we are considering, if it is an xy plane, we can consider it as I and j. So same equation only, but just substituting the both the dimensions. That's the only difference. Okay. Now another one more method is there. That one we will be learning in the next session. So I hope today's session is useful for you, and if you like the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Thank you for watching. Bye.